Mayegun, don't dismiss that thing. You see this guy, what's the name of that guy that they said Tinubu was giving money? What's the name of this man that worked in Postgrad that time?
I will remember his name.
I have forgotten his name. Now, that guy is a proper Tinubu boss. I have known him with Tinubu, not now, more than 20 years ago. Utomi is Tinubu. So if they are bringing up something that Tinubu was giving Utomi money and Utomi was sponsoring Utomi, don't say it's a lie. I'm telling you. That is, don't even say it's a lie at all.
But they say on record, sir. They say on record, yeah? Utomi didn't even touch the money they donated or what have you for election. For a reason like this, they say it's
no, he doesn't politics. Actually, you say you have done politics before. Politics doesn't work that way now.
I'm not
wait now. No, Pasitomi doesn't have to give money directly now. You don't understand this thing works. They will go for campaign, they get private jets, they buy logistics. Can you understand? So somehow, money will come out from somewhere now. That is it.
That's why you said
now we were telling this to be
totally.
We were telling disobedience that time. That all these things, we follow the protocol. Obi is telling them, calm down, don't do anything. They are saying, you are going to go. You are all deceiving yourself. You are fighting the establishment. The only way to fight the establishment and win is through protest. There is something about it. Immediately Obi came out, everybody calm down. Don't do this. They have defeated all the purpose. They are deceiving themselves. America that you are calling, America will never want Nigeria to break out. You see that useless peace that is in Nigeria, it is to the advantage of the Europeans. So it is better for the status quo to remain. And they are deceiving themselves. They are going to go. You don't know how drug laws work. You want to go and take power from Tinubu? Oh, I know. We're local Tinubu or Delhi. If America get problem, the way they speak to the way they speak to their government, even the Europeans, is through protest. The protest doesn't have to be violent. Immediately after that election, if anybody has super, just even in front of your house, just in front of your house, don't go to work, don't do anything. They would have done something. They say, no, don't come, they are not going to get any. Do you know how powerful Nigeria is? Do you know how powerful? Somebody is out saying, let's take this to Nigeria. Which Nigeria? They are just family for Nigeria. They will prosper. There's nothing like president. You see your pastors, all you this, your thing, all this, they are all part of the establishment. And for people Sunday now, the sermon will change. They say, just pray to God, blah, blah, blah.
They've started already.
That is what I'm telling you.
They've started pandering towards him.
Disobedience. The only thing to take power away from the establishment is through protest. There is nothing weird about it. When the engineer start, those people thought their end had gone. Until if something like end has happened again, I'm not forget, they will restore that place. Nigeria, 100% Yoruba nation. So
God bless you, sir. You mentioned this Yoruba you mentioned, Yoruba Union, right? We are already putting together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Remember that time when we were raising money for our second family support program? But because I didn't really appreciate, or I didn't really kind of, you know what I mean? So we didn't get
because of the situation on ground now, the issue of
the old going around and all
the Nigeria thing.
You know what we plan to do now, sir? Because you mentioned Yoruba there in that your last statement is that we are now considering using their resources, right, in providing wheelchairs for the children in Yoruba land who need that mobility. At least if we can do that temporarily, 10, 20, 30. So I am going to talk on that sometimes. So I like that when you said that, you know, you are not, I mean, this whole thing, this whole charade should end. And all of us should probably just stick to what would work for us. The agitation and the rest of that are going to continue as the crimes and then well, let me take this. Hello there.
Yeah, Michael, how are you doing? This is Fidelis from Canada.
Oh, Fidelis from Canada, sir. I am very well, and thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, doing great. And to comment on your camera too, I think it's okay.
It is.
Just that probably you could apply a little bit of glossy to it.
Right. I was thinking that it will become too shiny, and some people will be like, it was kind of won't look kind of natural. But I get what you mean.
No. If you run with glossy, then lessen the amount of light that comes in to be very black. It should be okay like that.
Right. I'm gonna work on it. I'm still kind of. But I'm like watching a YouTube video every section to make sure that I don't. I'm gonna work on it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Please. All right. So, well, I want to start with Wike first. Let me start with Wike and then just bullet point them downwards. Okay. With Wike, I would say I use this opportunity to tell His Excellency Mr. Wike that it's a shame on him. Yeah, it's a shame on him. He actually disappointed his own people. He sold the vote of his own people for his own personal selfish aggrandizement. Right. So when the shit hits the fan, like I always say, he said that his people will come for him or Tinubu will squeeze pepper into his eyes. So let him continue to, dart around. But at the long run, he will know very well that he has deceived himself. That's all wicked. Tinubu, for me, I'm beginning to, because I'm an obedient, and it's not like if we did not do enough or we did not agitate enough and all that, but I'm beginning to find out that sometimes what we don't wish for, God will probably put it into our midst to kind of clear what is going on in Nigeria. As a matter of fact,
saying that this is not an end in itself, it's just a mean to an end. It's not over, like some people are saying. You mean?
Yes, it's not over. But apart from not being over, I feel that it's Tinubu is like more like the devil that is necessary in the details. That's the word. The devil that is necessary in the details. For instance, now as Christians, the Christian associations of Nigeria can have stood aside and watched all these, bad things happening, and everyone is keeping quiet. I mean, how do you come to church on Sunday and then you tell people that, we should take it like that the child of Ishmael, who God has said that Isaac should supersede, now becomes the on top, by accepting Muslim first, and then now again, it is now crowned by the fact that, it is God which that we should allow a drug baron to rule Nigeria and then to make Nigeria the hub for cocaine and all that. What emulations are we showing to our children? Then they now come up to say, we are afraid. We don't want to talk because we are afraid to die. Then that means we're not really Christians. Because if we are truly Christians, then would you prepare to die for the cause? You get what I'm saying? So they stood aside. Yeah, they stood aside. Nobody wants to talk about it. But on Sunday, it's going to be very clear. They will still tell everybody that it is God's will. And I tell you, I'm going to be frank, because I'm based here in Canada.
Right.
Every house in Canada, every occupant of every house in Canada has a gun. Everybody will protect themselves first before even the government protects you.
Wow.
So it's not a question of the fact that government is doing something. Now, even when we see them come out, everybody come out with placards. We're only doing it based on the fact of civilization. But if the shit hits the fan, that yes, it has gone to the point of killing, and everybody will come out to defend themselves. That is how it should be. So my own prayer now, I don't waste our time. My own prayer now is to let God touch Tinubu's heart,
right,
so that Tinubu will declare a confederation nation. Let every state become autonomy and manage their own resources, and then let them all contribute money center. If Tinubu can do that for me, I think for me, as an obedient, I will hail him as a hero, because that solves the problem of everyone. Even those in the Eastern, as Peter Obi and others, if they have their own state, yes, there won't be. Oduduwa people will go their own way. Niger Delta will take their own. Those in the north will take their own. Everybody will manage their own. Then they will have their own security. They will have their own guns. They will have their own protection.
And their own laws.
But and we all know, and I know all my audience who are listening to me now know that Fulani will never accept it, because it's a long time game. Islamization of the country is the grand jump. All these ones are peripherals.
Just a little bit of
they are peripheral.
denier. Baba Fidelis.
Yes,
you so much.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just to edge out. Just to edge out. They started. They started first. They started first by sending their people to be what they call these guys that are like how would they call them? What's the name? That they are like security guards to each house. We used to bring them in to say this is our security man. And the guard, yes, my brother, that's the started as me guard. That was infiltration. When they now became me guard, then before, and then it started. So I don't want to waste our time. Everybody who has time, pick your people from Nigeria. That's just it. It's a shithole.
Thank you so much, Fidelis. Yeah, reacting to the inauguration and swearing in of Kolu as the 16th president of Nigeria. Nigerians are calling and reacting from all over the world.
Yeah.
I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maye Baba.
Sir, how are you?
This is Victor calling from America.
Oh, Victor from the US. Baba, you are live.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you for all you do, sir. I really appreciate you, and thank you, and your family.
Thanks too, Baba.
Kalu, Professor, what I'm going to say is, I don't know why people are going into this religion prophecy. This thing does not work in politics in Nigeria. It does not work anywhere. I don't think it works anywhere. Where pastors are all these are just BS. So I don't know why people are just going on believing in what it's not even there. All these people are criminals.
You have to tell them what they want to hear too, you know?
It would be so funny in the way most of these people most of them are outside, they see what's going on outside the country, and they still believe in this kind of way of life. This is very wrong. It's very, very wrong. I'm very happy Kolu destroy him in, and that is, it's just.
Vicky Baba.
I'm not going to be shocked.
Go on.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not going to be shocked from whatever that is coming out of this government, new government, don't think. I'm very sure this is going to be happening. See this guy. It's very difficult for me to understand that people will still believe this guy is going to do something. First sign in paper,
I wanted to say that you saw that drama on the stage there. They are little things, but they are also major things. Time with time.
Yes, it's important. This is what I think people are supposed to look into. This guy is not capable to do anything. It's not even mentally okay. There was a place I saw a video. Also, I saw the video. He was saying that to his head or something.
Because you can't stand for too long. You can't stress him for too long, right?
Yes.
He becomes so tired and drowsy, and he needs to go and rest. That's the situation.
Yes.
Popping him up here and there.
It's so funny. When you say to him, what does she work with? This is the man that will do it. This man is not doing nothing. Oh my God. Mayegu, I can't just thank you less. You are very I really appreciate you. I'm happy. I can't miss your program. I just don't know what to tell you. You are the best in what you do. Thank you so much.
They mean so much to me too, because it's both ways. It goes both ways, right? You spend your evening or your day every time on this platform, and you probably haven't regretted it yet, yeah. So, and then I am coming here to receive all your support, which encourages me to come back. So it goes both ways. So thank you too. Victor,
you're welcome. Thank you. Have a good one
too. Yeah.
All right.
I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegu.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, good evening, Mayegu. This is Yima from Birmingham.
Oh, Yima from Birmingham. You're so welcome, Baba.
Yes, Baba. Dear, Baba.
Pablo Escobar is the 16th president of Nigeria. What does that even mean to you? Or what do you think?
Chapo of Nigeria.
That's right.
That's what it means to me. The El Chapo of Nigeria.
El Chapo of Nigeria. Right.
Is she when I called the last time? Was it yesterday or the day before when I said that the game is over and one of your caller Osagidi he called and said no, the game is not over, Baba. And you play what we now? You played what before?
I did, and I still do.
Let's say you are the establishment. I am Nigerian, yeah, and we are supposed to play a game of what together. You brought out a pack of what? Brand new pack of what? After they opened. You opened it in my front. You did not shuffle the card. Yeah? You did not shuffle the card. You now started dealing the card. Give me my own, take your own. At the end of the dealing of the card, you have all the hold-ons, you have all the pick twos, you have all the pick threes, you have the suspension, you have all the general market, then you have all 5 watts.
Wow.
Tell me, how am I going to win that game? Because once I play one card, you will play hold on
against you. Then
that's what most Nigerians don't understand about the establishment and Nigeria. The game is rigged against you, no matter what you do. The funny part is that they try to do it as if we are civilized. These guys are not civilized. They don't care. They don't care how they win. All they want to do is win and get power.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, Baba, the game is rigged against you. Know that and know peace. Congratulations to Kalu. Emma Jaya. Emma Jaya. That's all I have to say. Congratulations to him.
Thank you so much for stopping by, okay? And then with regards to the women, nice one. So
all right.
I
have
another call on the line here. So we can I'm going to take a break after this. And hello there.
Hello, Maigo. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. This is hello. Can you hear me, Maigo? Can you hear me?
Clear, sir. Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, very good, very good, very good.
Yes,
yeah, thank you very much for your program. This is Comrade calling from Richmond Island.
Comrade.
Yeah, Maigo.
Yes, all of us. Can
Richmond here.
And it seems to be a little bit of a delay in that transmission. So I'm going to keep quiet now and let you speak, please, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Maigo. We need to clarify certain things. Now, Tinubu now is on board.
Yes.
Buhari is no more.
Yes.
You understand? But, let me tell you something now, Maigo.
Yes,
in 2014, you understand, I'm into oil and gas before I left Nigeria, due to certain things. Right. What is happening, in Jonathan's government. And, we are fed up because Jonathan's government was not doing the right thing at that point in time. All the promises for them to, make things work very well, oil and gas.
Jonathan also wasted the goodwill. And then that was what gave it.
That's what I'm saying.
Buhari also wasted the goodwill. But go on.
Listen, you understand? So because we in oil and gas, we raise money to get Jonathan out of the way. You understand? Really? So that Buhari will come on board due to Buhari's track record before. Let's get this clear. Buhari's track record when he came on board in 1983, December 31st, you understand? His track record with Diaspora was quite perfect. And I'm going to tell you something today.
Please.
If you know anything about anybody in government, you understand, even that works in ministry,
right,
please expose that person. Because, you said something. I was just coming from my hospital bed, I was discharged, because I'm not okay even as I'm talking to you, but with God, I'm going to be okay.
No, you are sounding okay already.
You said something.
Just recover and rest.
Yeah, because you know why? Because I feel the pain. I feel pain. You said something that P2B, former governor of Anambra, that if you have something or that you won't be able to say anything that you don't know, you won't say something about him, that you will leave it for people from that side. I think that statement is wrong. If you have anything about anybody, please tell the old Nigerian for them to hear. You understand? I said something. Yes. I've bothered playing with P2B several times. You understand? I only seen in commercial plane, not private, not charter.
Right.
From Lagos to Asaba. Before we now take his convoy to Onitsha. Or from Asaba to Abuja. The only thing that happened is he sits in front with 2 of his aides.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So what happened? If Jonathan was doing the right thing at that time when he was given that opportunity, he was supposed to lay a pipe from Delta to Sahara that would not lead to Morocco. By now, Nigerians will have been making money. You know how much they signed for that thing?
How much?
Yes, sir. And Jonathan is always drinking. This is what I know. He wasn't firm with his government. And we thought that Buhari would do the best for us. And Buhari come on board. We do respect to everybody. Understand? And the first 6 months a year, we thought that things is going to change. The first 6 months, things change for good. But going to a year, you start nosediving. And we start telling ourselves, this is not what we expected. Is it not better? Yeah, is it not better we start looking for another place? And that's why we start speaking, we started talking, and our life was threatened. And what happened? We left. So we left. We left the system. You understand? Pastor Tommy is a brother. It's fact. I don't want to, let me just say it's a brother, but I don't want to go far.
I know.
Pastor Tommy,
don't go far.
when APC was writing their manifesto, they wrote it in Pastor Tommy's room. Pastor Tommy was one that designed it in 2014.
Wow.
He supported Buhari.
I remember that.
Thinking that,
I actually remember that.
So so let's get this clear. If you know person, he has a good track record, and you feel that this person could deliver, there's nothing wrong. But if the person is not going to the will of Nigeria,
then there's problem. I know. See, I don't know what happened to that line. It's been kind of acting up. Can you still hear me? Yeah, it's kind of it's gone cold. But I'll take another call. I forgot that I was going to take a break. And okay, I'm going to ask my caller to hang on for a minute. My caller, sir or ma'am, please stay on the phone for a minute, okay? I am going to mute you. Then I'm going to bring you back. So I want to make a second to the final appeal to every one of you who have stayed with us this long, okay? Please, you can still show that you are here. So we've not kind of dwindled much from 4,000 that we were to what we have right now. So if you haven't really liked, if you have done it, don't worry yourself. But if you haven't really liked the broadcast, also, if you are joining me for the first time and you kind of like what you have been seeing or hearing so far, and it's your kind of content as well, you should try and subscribe, right? So my caller, sorry for that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my ego. Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ophelie. I'm calling from Belgium.
Ophelie from Belgium. Thanks so much for your patience, by the way. Now you are live. Everyone can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be. After what happened with the election, I felt really depressed, you know. But sometimes like what happened during NSAS, the NSAS rendered this establishment useless. He showed their loopholes. He exposed how weak they are. Now, after that gunshot that they killed maybe 10 or 15 or 20 Nigerians there, if Nigerians were able to come back and gather again the next day, that would have been their end.
It would have been.
Some people want to underscore what the obedience achieved during this election. But if we really check the achievements of this movement this year, it shows that these people, we make them act like as if they are this powerful, almighty, that they are perfect thinkers. These people are just thugs.
They are a bunch of thugs.
The only thing they have is violence. And I'm beginning to start to overlook the election. I mean the tribunal the election tribunal.
Yeah, the tribunal petition or the petition. Yeah.
I'm beginning to overlook it now and say, if we, the diasporans, because I hear people saying, I've taken all my family members out of Nigeria. But anywhere you are living there as a foreigner. Even you can have everything that speaks of you as a citizen and all that. Don't forget, when you live there, you didn't take cassava along with you to Canada. You didn't take gari. And you didn't take your food. You only took people out. And there's one day that you want to go back home. There will be that time you want to go back home. And when you go back home and there's no other place, there's always that time. So you can't run away from home. Even those people that believe in the Bible and the story they tell them about Jerusalem, about Jesus Christ, even the Jerusalem people, they did not forget home. They always longed to go back to their fatherland and their motherland. So if we come together, we diasporans form little groups in our small countries, at least I'm sure in numbers, we can have up to 3 to 5 million Nigerians abroad.
Well,
if we plan for the next 4 years.
In a single country, there are places where Nigerians are. In the UK alone, Nigerians who have documents and those who don't have documents here, they'll probably be over 2 million. I mean, that's even me being generous. So UK alone. But go on, Baba.
So if we plan our holiday, save a little, put a little bit of money apart for the next election, go between the 4 years, go back to Africa and register to vote for the next 4 years. And with our with all the intelligence, we buy drones. We can actually overpower these people.
Yeah.
If we go back home, organize ourselves and go back home, and we can establish our own government. These people are not so intelligent. We act like these people are so super. They have this. Look at the person that is about to lead us. He's like I'm sorry to use this word, but he's like a dog. He needs somebody to control him.
I know.
I didn't listen to what he has to say.
Not much.
Because I don't believe. Because in 2015, I didn't listen to Buhari because I know what he can deliver. And people are.
You have always been suspicious of him, haven't you? Yeah.
And people always talk about his 1983 escapade. It is not Buhari. It was his vice president. What's his name again? It's Tunde Diagbon. Tunde Diagbon is the disciplined man there. And you saw, after they took him out of power, they made sure that they killed him. So this guy has no track record of anything. He's just an empty vessel. So there was nothing fantastic. Exactly, there was nothing fantastic about Buhari. And I hear somebody saying that Tinubu funded somebody who is abroad is telling us that Tinubu funded Obi in this election. Tinubu funded Obi to trash him in Lagos. How can we just start talking about something we don't, just because it's what we want to believe, a narrative? Exactly. How can Tinubu sponsor somebody to beat him in Lagos? Why is he trying so hard?
That makes it victory looks makes it illegitimate now. I mean,
exactly. Please let's use our brain sometimes when we talk about these things. I'm not saying that Obi is a perfect man, but where he's wrong, be bold enough and hold him accountable to where. But don't just say things because you're talking about Patu Tommy that has a business school. Do you know the level of Patu Tommy in 1983? Patu Tommy was a special advisor, according to the books. Patu Tommy was a special advisor to Shehu Shagari in 1983.
And he was the youngest at the time to take such position.
He was the youngest. And some people say is that when did Tinubu start politics? After he finished selling cocaine in America, he came to Nigeria to come and establish. By then, Patu has already established business school in Lagos. So how can you now say somebody like Patu that Tinubu will now give him money to come and sponsor something like that? Kaaba.
I think it's part of the theory
should
that a lot of them are going to be popping up in the coming days and weeks. So I hope a lot of you are ready for it. But take another one.
Exactly, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. God bless you.
Too. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everybody's set time. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello there.
One Nemo.
Osita. One name. You will need to introduce yourself. For tonight's program has a lot of people that we want to have it on record to know where people are calling from. By yourself. There you go.
Okay, this is Osita calling from Atlanta,
Georgia. So that's Osita from Atlanta. How are you tonight, Osita?
You're the apostle of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. There are some few points I want to, but let me just start with Charles Soludo.
Please.
You know, in Igbo language, there's always a saying that they said "abatos" or "agomai," which is after on our own finish, so they go can't count how many miles went on our own. So the truth is, it's the beginning. It's just money for him,
right?
Because sometimes they think it's all about the people, thinking that they give themselves that crown, that imaginary crown of being called establishment or elite. They don't know that everybody falls into the same thing when the time comes. It is money for him. And other people like that is going to feel the same feeling that he got today. Is an eye-opener for them. Then secondly, and most importantly, secondly, we can see what Tinubu displayed today. Yes. Even when he has all the teleprompter on the back and the front, on the two sides, he has teleprompter so that the way they fix it so that he can turn around anyhow he wants to turn. And he could still be reading. But Tinubu, at the time, somebody was telling him, Babali, the person was giving him sign that he should look at the teleprompter, that he should read. He should read.
I know.
One thing about old age, one thing about progressive ailment, you cannot run away from it. No. Every day, it is going to be embarrassment, even to the people who are aiding or supporting him. It's going to be an embarrassment. You know? But in the nutshell, sometimes a lot of people will come here and say to yourself that, oh, my families are not. What is family? The way we categorize family in the Western world and the way we do family in where we come from, Africa, is not the same. We have a lot of cousins. We have cousins. We have nieces. We have nephews.
Exactly. Extended family.
So
that's what actually makes us African, they say. But Europeans and Abroadians, they are
even back home, your neighbor that you've lived with for like 10 years is your brother. That's the way we do back home. So you're not going to look at it.
Bless you.
Exactly. You're not going to look at it and say, oh, because of my family. But there's one thing I want to point out here. The pointer is, which way forward? We have looked at it. If we go on the street, they probably have to kill us. A lot of people don't want to go through that route, right? Then which way forward? The only way forward, let me buttress, because I was already discussing with my friends before the last caller called.
Right.
Look, let me tell you, the onion falls on us that lives in diaspora. We the diaspora. Either we like it or not. And I've always said that. It really lies on us. That is the reason the so-called giants of Africa that I see as the ants of Africa, which is Nigeria today, believe me, we are not getting it right. I think for the next few months to come, the diasporans will have to come together, form a one united front of different chapters wherever we live, even in zip codes and area codes. of different countries where we live. The reason I am saying this, if the Kenya and I think the Ethiopians, they did, that the diasporans in that country, they voted. That was the reason you saw the difference when you saw on this last Kenyan election.
That's right.
It was because the diasporans, they voted. They had a voice. Until we that live abroad, we that is the diasporans,
like really
is until we are organized. Yes, when we are organized, because you live in the United Kingdom, right?
I do.
And when you are going to organize that particular election in United Kingdom, it is not somebody who is living in Nigeria that is going to organize it.
Yeah,
even the embassy will be
diaspora voting, which means that every one of us who is interested, all you have to do is just if you have a green passport, just take it and go on, and then you vote. I get what you mean, anyway. But
yeah, but it will be organized by that particular section of diaspora. They will be involved. You cannot tell them that their vote doesn't count.
I know.
So whatever we are doing, thinking that that they will sort themselves back home. No, the only thing that we will do for them, I mean, they will do for us back home. The people of back home, what they will do, the people in Nigeria, what they will do for us is that they will be ready. Anytime we call the shot, they will be ready to participate. But as it is, believe me, they cannot do nothing in Nigeria. Nobody that lives in Nigeria can do anything. So that is my take.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Exactly. For stopping by as usual. I am going to take another call. Hello there.
Hello, my brother. This is Diola speaking.
Adeola. You need to do proper intro as we have been doing. Adeola from usual.
This is Adeola calling from United Kingdom.
Adeola from the United Kingdom, the Great Britain. How you doing about tonight?
Yes, my brother. I just watched the whole drama today. I just laugh.
At least I put everything together as a package. So if people are so angry and annoyed all morning on Mayegun's Diary Political tonight, it wasn't that annoying. It's a mix of both, right?
Me, I don't get my popcorn ready to the chop. I don't cancel my Netflix subscription.
The shege don't start. This is not funny.
Shege don't start because this presidency, my own view, will be marked with confusion. Because that is what's going to be. It will be a confused, time for them. Because even just looking at it clearly, the question we have to ask ourselves is, okay, what is where, but boy, what is where? The question is, who is in charge now? Who is in charge? Because it doesn't look as if he's capable. So the question is, who is in charge?
Right.
Who is
calling? Find out who is really in charge.
We need to find out.
Get introduced to the new cabal.
Get into the new cabal. We have to understand because it looks. If it's a dog and it quacks like a dog, then it's a dog because this guy is not able to do that, to do anything. It's just like giving outdated speech about GDP. About how we're going to increase GDP. Even the most brilliant economists in the world don't even rely on GDP. It's a poor indicator of anything. As if people that are listening to him we are like void of understanding.
I know.
As if we are void of understanding. As in you are using the same playbook ever since early 2000. To still run in this modern day age.
23 years after.
And Buhari is telling us that it's better to it's much more easier to to deal with his cows and his sheep.
The Nigerians now. Buhari that wanted to grow GDP, that shut the border. Where did that take Nigeria?
See, man, Buhari has missed the plot. If he can mention that, if he can say that, out of his ineptitude, Nigeria, or even that contraption called Nigeria, let's zero just a contraption called Nigeria. That is the only place in the world that is concentrated with black people human capital and natural resources. There's no place on earth that has the same quantity and quality of human capital and natural resource in the same place, in the same time and space. In the same time and space. And you are telling me it's easier to govern cow and govern sheep. And you are not able to harness human capital alongside the human resources. Side by side. Baba, it's like saying you go to exam and give you a book.
When they talk about
Baba, Nigeria is easy to run. That contraction is able because the human resource is there and the capital, human capital is there. Human capital plus natural resources is there. Give us the right constitution to run with. You will find prosperity, you will find social cohesion, you will find social harmony, you reduce inequality. So it's poverty. Nigeria is like it's like an examination you go to and they give you the expo already. Say, Baba, don't worry, you have all the human brains, you have all the resources, you can prosper, don't even study. And you are telling me it's easier to guide your sheep, it's easier. What kind of shepherd is that guy?
After 8 years, so after rendering over 60% of them poor, you turn around and you said,
what shepherd of the shepherd is that guy? So if Tinubu is already demonstrating on the podium that he's incoherent, that he's incapable, that he doesn't have the strength to govern a bit to run a state, you don't need fasting and prayer. You know how it will end. You know. People say, oh, it will be better for me and my family. And I'm thinking, and that is my problem with this blessing in isolation, whereby you isolate your family and whatever is going on around you does not affect you. I can't reconcile that kind of
like if it's not happening to me, then it is not happening.
It doesn't exist. And so that's the problem about,
I'm not poor,
when you have shared prosperity. See, in this country now, there is relatively shared prosperity in different areas of health, welfare, and other opportunities, whereby you don't have to have everything to live a normal life, at least before the cost of living shut up.
Yep.
So, in a case whereby you are distant to your surroundings, and say, okay, his own tenure will pay me, and I'm thinking, how will he pay you when over 140 million people are in abject poverty, living in penury? How would you even move safely in the safe place? Shouldn't you be looking at collective prosperity? That kind of thing, I don't get it.
Time will tell.
And they are praying that, the bay treasure of only, go expect it,
no.
Miss. Oh my, you're doing
Thank you so
much.
God
bless you.
And you too.
God bless
nice
you,
one for stopping by. We are coming closer to the end of the broadcast tonight. We only have just about 10 minutes to go. So I'll take this call and then I'll give my closing remark and we'll call it a night. Hello there. Did I just lose a caller? That shouldn't be. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, I'm sorry. That person has been calling and they would have been the last caller. So I'm going to take another one. Hello there.
How you doing, Mr. Mayegun?
I am doing very well. And thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just called because I was boiling over. You know, be me alone. I knew be me.
All right. So let it out there. You're free. You've got 5 minutes to do that. Sir.
I will do that in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Why these guys are calling from Diaspora and still talking about prayer point? You should pray that God should touch Tinubu. The same people that were praying for Buhari to God to touch him, they are still coming with a prayer point. They are still, these are people in Diaspora. They're saying to pray for God to touch Tinubu. You know, what's wrong with us? Is that the way the country that we live in runs? What's going on with all these prayer points? If the prayer points were working in Nigeria for them, why are they in Diaspora? Are they okay? Are they normal? When the master they don't think, we should pray that God should touch Buhari. Now they're saying Tinubu. So you hold on to 2 prayer points. The one that you pray in Nigeria.
We have started another prayer point too.
And these people are saying, they are just talking like, I mean, look, I will just, man, oh my God, Mr. Mama, I'm more believer. These are people that, okay, we understand about those people that's in Nigeria. Maybe they are not exposed. But you are in diaspora and you are praying. Prayer points.
What do you want them to say now, Abi? When you know, sometimes when you think about Nigeria, you talk about Nigeria. When you get to a stage, after thinking you have given us solutions, or probably you have run out of solutions, you just be like, you know what, my ego. Well, make God just kill everybody, Jerry. I say, but why? I thought you wanted us to be alive. That's why you are giving solution. Which ones God should kill all of us? Well, my ego, I don't have any solution, Jerry. Make God just kill everybody. And I just say, okay, I understand where that it's coming from.
As you speak, some of my family members don't
celebrate the new government.
And people are seeing in diaspora, but let's pray for.
Call you soon and say, you forgot us, this country is not easy. All of you are abroad. Just leave us. What kind of life is that about?
I'll block all of them. All right, no problem. Let me let you go. Have a nice night. Thank you.
So just take it easy, okay?
All right.
The reason why people are watching my Egun's Diary political is that all the rage, all the stuff, things that get you so kind of down about Nigeria. If you watch my Egun's Diary political, you are going to take control of their feelings. You're not going to feel depressed. You're not going to feel disappointed so much that you begin to feel bad alone. With my Egun's Diary political, you will be in charge of it. Even your own trouble. When trouble too much, Baba, you go begin, instead of you to cry, you go begin to laugh. They say when poverty too much, born again go do money ritual. Born again can die short in time. Yeah, that is that poverty. So I have a caller, by the way. Here we go. Hello there. Ti ìrònú bá pọ̀ lápọ̀ jù ó lè mú gentleman Shanku. Meanwhile, I've got a caller, but for some reason they just probably listening to their TV. That's the second person that I would have. Hello. I would have called the last caller. So now I finally found another last caller tonight. Hello there.
I'm so lucky.
Yes, you are, including myself, because I just lost 2 callers.
Oh,
and now I have you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Miss Adiola from Dublin.
Mrs. Adeola from Dublin. Good to have you, ma'am.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Good to speak with you tonight.
It's a pleasure.
This is serious. So we have a very serious
Tell me about
situation at hand. Well, with the illegality going on in Nigeria, I mean, because I consider everything illegal, because when you don't do the right thing, or when you are not on the path of truth, right, then you're on the other side of truth, you know? So it's rather unfortunate, you know? It's rather unfortunate.
Now just being kind of expectant. You know what happened today in Abeokuta? That somebody told me. Our mama, they woke up this morning and they've declared today as public holiday in Nigeria anyway, okay? So for a few that came out, they didn't go to their store, they didn't go to their shops, and they're like greeting themselves on the street. And guess what? The typical Yoruba mothers, they were coming out to say, Akuti, swearing in Tenio, at least Tinubu time, because what would they do? Tell me. They are praying for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is going to probably have to live with it, ma'am.
You know, Nigerian leaders, they purposely did this so that at the end of the day, people will not realize how bad the situation is. They purposely impoverish them.
Yes.
They purposely uneducate them.
Yes.
So that they will feel, yes, where they are, it's okay. Because for them, or for people not to realize what is going on with them, or the situation they are in Nigeria, as of today, in this 21st century, come and accept being conscious of being. It's a big problem. It's a big problem.
If you check the number, the children that they are exploiting in Nigeria in this poverty right now, A lot of those who are parents, they will weep. If you know what people are going through in Nigeria, children whose fate and lives are being decided by impoverished adults, sending them into different exploitation, including sexual exploitation. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Exactly.
And it's scary.
Exactly. One of the callers, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, that person that called from Abuja?
Right. Mohammed.
I tried to call him that Mohammed. That journalist or whatever. I tried to call him to, talk about what he mentioned, but I couldn't get through.
I know.
Because he was saying that there's no government that will make laws to set their country on fire or something. Yeah, I think he mentioned something like that.
I will rephrase for you. Practically, he was saying doing the right thing could set Nigeria on fire. And doing the right thing is that Nigeria will not allow any courts after Tinubu and his family have moved into the villa 6 months, and another court will now say they should leave. There will be a problem now. So because of that, to avoid all of that, the judges in Nigeria, they won't want to set Nigeria ablaze. So they will just leave Tinubu, even if they found him to have rigged and then illegally took the position of president. And that's what Mohammed said. That even if they prove it in court, for the sake of peace, the court cannot stop sack Tinubu. And I'm like, okay, that explains it.
Let him point to me. Let him point to me which country niru e ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó sọ fún mi irú country tí irú ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Níbi táwa wà yìí, where I am, there has been a time tó jẹ́ pé the government decide to deport more than 400 people.
Wow.
That of course cost the island lots of money. The court had to rule pé kán lọ gbé gbogbo wọn padà wá. Every single person, because illegal nǹkan tí ìjọba ṣe yẹn, it costs island millions of euros. But that is the law. The government cannot go against the law. Lè sọ pé torí kí nǹkan má bàa ṣẹlẹ̀. Òun yẹ ẹ̀sùn ibùdó síwájú nìyẹn now. There is no country in the world. Kí Mohammed wá fi country yẹn wọ̀n mi. If their country is going to fall based on truth, then let that country fall. It's based on truth, so she fall.
Great.
And it will stand because the truth will always prevail. The truth will always prevail. Tó bá jẹ́ pé the law ni pé kí ọmọ swear in or tó bá swear in then there will be war. Let there be war. If the people want to change it, let there be a referendum. The judge will tell them, go and make a referendum. Go and change that law first. But as of now, that is what the law says. So because kẹ́yìn má bàa jà, àwọn wo ló fẹ́ throw country to anarchy? Àwọn tí wọn náà ni.
Àwọn ni o.
Àwọn tí wọn tó ní sense. Àwọn tí wọn mọ the meaning of law. The meaning of truth.
And they just turn it on his head. It's not because they don't know the meaning. They just turn it on his head to their own advantage. See, Mami.
To their own advantage.
Thank you so much, ma. We are completely out now. So I want to say thank you for, as usual, for stopping by. I mean, tomorrow is going to be another day. So thank you so much, ma. You have a good one. So it seems that my 3 hours timing of that camera is up, and sorry, right? The first blinking and turning off just happened there. Again, I am still working on getting everything indeed in order without interruption. So it's quite a good time for the camera to do that. So I want to say thank you to every one of you who turned up tonight. If you joined us at midway, you can watch this from the start again. And tomorrow you can watch the replay of this broadcast, including the premiere. I will be following the effects of the subsidy removal from tomorrow. Thank you so much, for joining me. I will see you some other time. And good night to everyone from here.
Mayegun làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù máyé ìkún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.